Okay, so again, hello and welcome to our meeting. This is the spring meeting for our institute. We are trying to have uh, two meetings, the chance to meet as a group, one in the fall and one in the spring. And also, of course, we have the meeting in Leros, where we have the chance to meet, properly, like human beings. Uh, so I think that we can start. I think we all pretty much know each other. There are a few new members here, and I would like to ask them to, if they have not participated to any of our meetings, I would like to ask them to just introduce themselves. I can identify some, but I'm sure I may miss any. So, if you want, please identify yourself and give us a short um, like intro to yourself and your professional lives.
Hi, Lambros. I'm happy to kick off because I think
Hi, Gregory.
well,
Yeah.
this is hi, and I see you again. So, hello everyone. I'm Gregory Maniatopoulos. I'm a professor at the University of Leicester. My program of research explores the area of implementation of interventions across health and social care. I've been working over the years together with Fraser and colleagues from Newcastle and beyond in the area of group consultations. I'm also sitting on the editorial board of the Lifestyle Medicine Journal, and it's really nice to be here today. And I've met some of you a few months ago in Newcastle during the conference and the meal we had together. So nice to see you again, Lambros, and really nice to see you all this evening.
Thank you, Gregory. Nice to see you again. Um, is anyone else here that has
I'm
never
happy
been
to.
to a meeting? Alexandra? Yeah?
Yes. Hi, I'm Alexandra Pikula. I'm originally from Croatia, but I live for last 25 years in North America. I am a professor of neurology and vascular neurology and lifestyle medicine at University of Toronto. And I work with a lot of groups and Ministry of Health implementing lifestyle medicine into new models of care in Canada, specifically for brain health. And my passion is women's brain health. So really great to be here. And again, nice to meet everyone.
Thank you, Alexandra. Good to have you. Anyone else? Faye?
Yes,
Yeah. Hi,
yes,
Faye.
good morning from Sydney, Australia. I'm Faye Karpouzis, a nice Greek name. For those of you who don't know, Karpouzis means watermelon, and I am in nutrition, so I'm in the appropriate area of my life. I finished my PhD last year in nutrition and looking at programs to educate children to eat healthily and sustainably. And I write for one of the great newspapers in Sydney on lifestyle medicine. And I'm about advocating and educating professionals and the public about lifestyle medicine. And I specialize in the area of musculoskeletal health and pediatric ADHD. So, hi, everyone. Looking forward to meeting you in Leros. Thank you.
Thank you, Faye. Thank you. Welcome again. Um, I don't know if, yeah. Hi, Emily.
Yeah, great to see you again, Lavers. I'm really excited to be here. My name is Emily Godfrey, and I'm a professor of family medicine at the University of Washington in Seattle, Washington, United States. But I'm currently sitting in Rome, Italy. Um, I have been pretty much a reproductive health specialist for the last 20 years, and I have taken sabbatical to really shift how I practice medicine. So I'm newly boarded in lifestyle medicine by the American Board of Lifestyle Medicine. And I am working with our campus. The University of Washington has a campus in Rome, Italy, to start a course for healthcare providers in the United States to come to Rome, Italy to learn about lifestyle medicine, really Italy being one of the places where Mediterranean diet, of course, we know has shown to be very helpful to help prevent and treat many diseases that we see in GP practice, primary care practice. So that is how I'm spending my sabbatical year, and I'm very excited to meet all of you and be part of this group.
Great. Thank you, Emily. Great to have you. Anyone else that I don't recognize being new? No? Everybody else is old and well known. Pelagia, have we?
Yes, I was about to
Hi,
wave.
Pelagia.
Yes. Hello. Yes, I'm a newcomer in the Institute, and I'm very thankful that I found you. I would like to say special thanks to Mr. Zacharias Papadakis, who encouraged me to find you. I think he's in,
Yes, he's
Zacharias.
here.
Yes. I'm excited to meet you all in Leros. I am based in Athens, Greece. I'm founder and director of an NGO for lifestyle medicine. My recent project was cooperating with the Hellenic Olympic Academy. I'm not in clinical practice. I'm very open to collaborations and inspirations. I should start by saying I'm a medical doctor, and my original background is in pathology. But after a career break, I discovered I never stopped caring and having a passion for health. So I discovered lifestyle medicine after this, and as I always say, I wish lifestyle medicine was born earlier when I was studying medicine, because there wasn't such a thing. But I had the seeds of lifestyle medicine, I think, planted in me, because in my studies in the University of Crete, we had subjects like diet, nutrition, and workshops, and a lot of we were exposed to physical activity, evaluation, and examination of how to evaluate different aspects. So yeah, I don't want to be long in this, but I think we have the chance to know us all better in the summer.
Great. Thank you, Pelagia.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Welcome to the Institute.
Thank you.
I'm not sure if there's anyone else that would like to introduce themselves. I think we pretty much know each other, the others, and of course, the new people will have the chance to meet the other members. Also, everybody's CV and short bios are on our website, and I encourage those of you that you have not sent pictures and info to Anthi to do it, so that we can better introduce ourselves to the people who are visiting our website. So we have a few updates for today, and I will ask also some people to help me with updates, and so that everybody knows where we are and where we're heading. Of course, feel free to interrupt at any time. Just raise your hand, and if I don't see you, just shout at me, and I will give you the chance to speak. So let me start by quickly giving you a couple of updates that I'm aware of. First of all, in terms of publications, we have, as you know, we have started with publishing the overall paper on the Mediterranean lifestyle, on the definition of the Mediterranean lifestyle. This was published last year in the Lifestyle Medicine Journal. That was a paper, from everybody. That was the work of more than, I think, 60 people during the first year of the Institute. That went well. Everybody was helpful, and at the same time, all the members, the five out of the six um, pillars, groups that we have in our institute, they have been working on publishing, some of them, their individual papers on the Mediterranean diet, Mediterranean style physical activity, Mediterranean sleep patterns, etc. We have just published the paper on the Mediterranean physical activity. It was published a few weeks ago. Again, a big help from all the members of the physical activity pillar. And it was a paper that, it went well. If you're interested, I can give you, just send me a note and I can send you a copy of the paper. I know that a few other groups are working on their definition. Catherine's group, the nutrition, is working on this paper. I know that the social group will not publish, but Rob um, can tell us more if there's a change of plans. And I'm not sure what's happening with the sleep group. But maybe, Catherine, do you want to give us a short update, if there is any, on the paper?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Labros, and congratulations again on the recent publication. And just to share with colleagues, it's not easy, as we all know. Many of us are in practice and research to get a paper finally published. So it's great work from the team of physical activities, as well as our joint paper is getting a lot of airplay, which is fantastic. With nutrition, we've been working on two pieces of work concurrently with a bit of a stop-start approach. With the narrative review, my most recent work has been with Lema Brazionis, who's with us, a very skilled nutritional epidemiologist who has helped with a focus of the evolution of the traditional Mediterranean diet. And I guess one thing to mention, and Mediterranean diet is the most researched of all the other pillars, as you've introduced, Labros. So we struggled through our process to find an angle that's publishable, because when you look at the literature, everything has been said that is known. However, we have experts in the ancient Mediterranean diet with us, and we have very clever nutritional epidemiologists and clinicians that can follow the evolution. So we are almost ready in the next week or so to share the next version, and my aim is we get it at least submitted by Leros and hopefully published. So that's one. And the other one is the SLR. Equally, lots of work, many SLRs, Cochrane reviews here in Australia, lots that mention med diet, and members of our team, I think they might be here today, have directed us to do a scoping review of umbrella reviews. Believe it or not, there are now multiple umbrella reviews of the Mediterranean diet. And again, we are a few weeks away from completing the SLR extraction, and then we will have a draft of the paper and a presentation ready for Leros. So it's been a long journey, but I'm pleased to say that by Leros, and we've got some new members, and I can see some faces on the screen, that we'll be able to produce two pieces of work for Leros. And then there's the education, but I'll come back, Labros, because I'd like to also share with you some discussion around what we want to do in the education.
This is our third topic here for the day. So before we move to updates on the SLRs, and thank you, Catherine, for giving us the update on the nutrition pillar SLR, do we have any other groups that they are thinking or are in the process of writing a paper on the definition, the work that we did the first year? Unfortunately, we don't have anyone from the sleep group here, but I think that that's it. And we've had a paper that I'm not sure it has been published. Barbara was working on it with one of her postdocs or someone on stress and diet or something like that, but I'm not sure what happened to that paper. And I don't think that Barbara is here. I see
I
Frey.
joined.
Ah,
I'm in the middle of getting ready for work and getting the kids
ah,
out of to school.
Hi,
We
Barbara.
published a narrative review, and we were going to write SR and meta-analysis, but there were two recently published. So I just had a chat to my student, and we're probably going to do a different comparisons Mediterranean diet, probably with hypocaloric diet and Mediterranean diet with basically a different comparisons of the with med diet.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm trying
great.
to do three things at the same time.
Great.
So that's still sort of on the cards, but one paper was published already.
Great. Can you send us a copy of that publication? I'm not sure I've seen it. Did you?
You are part of it,
I am.
so you're one of the authors,
Yeah.
and so
So I guess I've seen it.
if
Uh, I
you must have, yeah.
remember
I
all
mean, you
the
definitely commented on it.
old age. I'm sorry, Barbara, but yeah, if you would like to just share it with me again, and I will have it. First of all of these papers now will go on our website, and then so people can go in there and retrieve them. So thank you, Barbara, and of course for the rest of the papers, especially those that they have to do with Mediterranean diet. You also talk with Catherine so we can coordinate and so we don't duplicate effort. So Fraser. Thank you. Thank you,
Thanks,
Barbara.
Stavros. So I was just going to highlight that the definition paper for the journal, which of course is the first paper in the special issue, is one of the most highly downloaded papers of the whole of the last 2 years. So it was published in August of last year, and so in the last 6 months, it's been downloaded almost 3,000 times. It's full text downloads. So it's obviously an area of massive interest. Where we are with this social connectedness systematic review is that it's just having final updates of the references with nights, and we're submitting this week. So we're very, very close. Just encourage all the other groups to get their systematic reviews together as well for the journal, because the themed issue was to have as many pillars as possible, submit a systematic review or an umbrella review, depending on the number of papers in the area. So it's a big body of work, and it's been an amazing team effort. Rob.
Thank you, Fraser. You've introduced us also to the second topic, which is the SLRs and the update. So I see Rob here. Sir Rob.
Well, first of all, what a wonderful turnout. It's fantastic. Secondly, to do with the newest pillar stream, the adverse substances. I don't think Sarah's here, but Sarah and Dorota, and helped by Linda, have started the looking at abstracts. And Rob Bird is just there, just chomping at the bit just to get in as well. So that's we won't have an awful lot perhaps to bring to Leros, but it is on the go. And then of course we've just heard Gulner specifically, along with Gloria and others, and Hannah have been working hard along with Linda and Fraser on getting a paper into publishable state, and it seems to be almost there. That's SLR review. So that's very good work, and I'd like to congratulate everybody. Thank you.
Can I just say, Labros, that regarding that pillar, I'm on it, working on it with Rob and Sarah and Dorota, and I've just done the first look at the abstracts on Covenant. So I think that the rest of the group are about to look at them as well, so we can have some kind of material to work with.
Thank you. So before I move on with the rest of the SLRs, the groups, let me just say for the new people that they've just joined the institute, etc., that from the beginning, when we started this institute 2.5 years ago or more now, we have we have um, uh, divided, not divided, but we have created 6 pillars where people join based on their interests. So the 6 pillars are the 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine: nutrition, physical activity, stress, etc. So most of the people here, we have about 100 members in the institute. So most of the people belong to one, and a few of them also belong to more than one group. So I would invite the new people, if they're interested in joining any of those groups, to do so. What are these groups doing? Every year we have a goal to work on something that is, of course, research and education uh, focus. The first year was we worked on the definition of the various aspects of the Mediterranean lifestyle, and we also came up with an overarching paper of the Mediterranean lifestyle. The second and the third year, we're working on the SLR, so systematic literature reviews, and the goal there is to find out what is the health effects of the Mediterranean diet, of the Mediterranean sleep, the Mediterranean stress, etc. All of these papers will be published individually, and also, again, we will create an overarching paper on the health effects of the Mediterranean lifestyle as a whole. The holistic approach, of course, is the goal here to get it to abandon the silos and go into a holistic approach. To this effort, of course, Linda Errington has been a tremendous help, and Fraser, of course, who introduced her to us. And Linda has been working with all the groups. Some groups are, more advanced in their work than others, but everybody is working hard. And we've heard already updates from 2 of the groups. I will give you an update on the Mediterranean physical activity. We have completed the first 2 phases of the work, and now we are in the phase of populating the data tables with from the papers that we have identified. Hopefully, this work will complete in the next few weeks, and we will be ready to present the results in Leros, and then soon after to start writing the paper. Again, do we have anyone from the sleep pillar here? I don't see Russell. But Russell, I talked to him a few weeks ago, and they had already worked with Linda, or maybe Linda can give us an update uh, on the sleep group. Linda, do you know anything about them?
Sorry, Labros. So I'm just having a look at their confidence file at the moment, and they have 14 records left. 14 records, sorry, to extract data from. So they're at the data extraction stage. And so they started off with a couple of thousand. They're doing an umbrella review of reviews. So they had a couple of thousand references that they started with. They've been through full text abstract screening, and they're about to extract from 14 included papers.
Perfect, perfect. So this is great progress. I see Ellen here. Eleni Sultanakis, can you give us an update on the stress?
Yeah, hello from Los Angeles. We want to thank Linda, who has organized this now, because we are the one that has been moving like the turtle. But this is our 3rd year into trying to organize the SLR, and we finally got all the papers now. Me and Ala will be going this next 20 days through the titles and the abstracts, and Leila is going to help do the maybe. And we will be moving towards the extraction of data with Barbara volunteered, Sophia volunteered, and we're about only 5 people. So if there are any other people who would like to contribute in the extraction of the data phase, we could use their help.
Great. Thank you, Eleni. So again, if there are anyone here from the new people or from the older members that they haven't been active to any of the groups and they would like to help, it's you just need some little bit of time, but it's a great learning process. And of course, Linda and the leaders of the groups can help you in that process. The goal of all of this is, of course, to advance knowledge, but at the same time, we have papers published, and that's also helpful with our, professional development. And maybe, sometimes when clinicians start working on data and on research, they like it so much that they are, sometimes they have changed their direction in life. So it's a life-changing opportunity for you. If you're interested, you can either talk to me or just contact the leaders of the groups, and they can help you identify what you could do and how you could help. So we have an update from almost all of our groups. I'm not sure that we haven't missed anyone. So things look good. Again, thank you to everybody who is working on it. The goal is for all groups to have a report for Leros. We will talk about the program in a few minutes, but we have in the program slots allocated already for the presentation of the results of those SLRs. So we need to work a little harder the last couple of months to get to Leros with exciting data. Again, please interrupt me if you have anything to say or ask, any comments or anything before I move to the next topic, which is grants. As you know, one of the goals of our institute is to advance, of course, knowledge through research, and for that you need grants. We started last year. Audrey was leading and has been leading a group that put together a very nice Marie Curie doctoral network application. Unfortunately, due to administrative problems last year, we missed the deadline. But Audrey is working hard again on this. We just spoke a few minutes ago. She is not able to join, but she asked me to convey to you that. Let me just read what exactly she asked me to say. Regarding the application, I will be reaching out to collaborators in the next few weeks to see if they are happy to still be involved and if there are any updates or changes to their proposed projects. So an email will be coming soon from Audrey. And again, it's an exciting opportunity. More than 12 doctoral students will be supported from this grant if we get it. And it will be a great opportunity, of course, to further advance our research on this topic, this exciting but very difficult topic of Mediterranean lifestyle medicine. The second grant that we participate as an institute is a grant that was put together by an international consortium, and they contacted us to see if we are interested to participate and bring in the Mediterranean lifestyle perspective. The grant is called eHealth, and it's a digital solutions to empower health professionals, especially focusing on cancer, but also, in the process, they will come up with a way to actually adapt that to many other different diseases. So it's a process that they're working on. It's a very interesting project. Last year, it received a very good score. We resubmitted a few weeks back, and we're waiting. We will know before Leros if we have gotten it or not. But again, it's a great opportunity, and there is also there will be funds available for us to work on actually some of the things that we will discuss later on building up our educational the educational component of our institute. Any comments or questions on grants or any ideas? If anyone has any ideas, or as you are working with your institutes to come up with grants, etc., keep in mind that involving an institute like ours, which is a non-profit organization, but is a scientific institute, has many pros, some cons also. But please consider the possibility to include the institute. We are interested in projects that they have lots of money and require no work from us. These are the best grants that we're looking for. If you know any of those, please let us know, and we will be happy to participate. If not, I'm moving on to the fourth topic, which is our conference. We're doing well with the conference, with the preparations, mostly thanks to Simon and Eleni, who are the chairs of this year's symposium. They have come up with a nice program outline, which has been uploaded to our institute's website. Please go there and review. Give us your feedback before we finalize the program. It will be an exciting program, very different than the first 2 years, with many new types of presentations, etc. Hopefully, it will be an interesting symposium again. If not, at least we will have a good time, which is also a good thing because, lifestyle, etc. If you have any questions about the conference, especially for those of you that have applied to participate, please, talk to Anthi. Anthi is always available to help with travel suggestions, with everything that you might need, the hotel accommodation, especially if you're coming with other people. And also me, of course, don't hesitate to call me and ask, questions, especially if this is the first time that you're coming to Leros. Any questions on this? Perfect. Oops, Emily, please.
So I just had a question about the conference in Lyris, sort of how, like, the diet, I guess. I mean, is it like, I'm just curious in terms of how we deal with diet at a conference like this. And I'm assuming it would be Mediterranean, but what does that consist of?
The Mediterranean diet. It's
Well, at this conference, I'm asking specifically at this conference.
So, Emily, do you mean what the foods, what the cuisine will be in terms of what's offered to the participants?
Yes.
Okay. Lavros, the program of the cuisine, the feasts.
It's going to be a surprise. That's all I can say.
The reason why I'm bringing this up is, I guess I'm finding in Italy there's quite a bit of meat and cheese served
We
in
don't have
Italy,
any,
and we know, so
we
anyway.
don't have any meat. Only meat from animals that they are vegetarians. So But
Cows who eat grass are vegetarians.
don't compare Italian cuisine with Greek cuisine. It's there's no comparison there. You will come and you will be surprised. I'm not sure if it will be pleasantly surprised or negatively, but you will be surprised, and that's a good thing, you know. But yeah, don't come
Yeah, I
with an
can
open
help.
mind. You will.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess just to say, Lavros, I can help there. The traditional Mediterranean diet is plant predominant, so we will have lots and lots of vegetarian foods. And I'm not organising the menu, but I very much have experienced and worked very closely with Lavros. But there's also dietaries are met as well. So, there are some elements of, dietary intolerances, and they're all managed really well. In case there's anyone here that is concerned that there might be issues with gluten or there might be issues with FODMAPs, all of that can be managed.
Great. Thank you.
Sorry, I just thought I'd add that in case there were any of those concerns.
It was great.
But it's delicious, and we overeat slightly, but we do a lot of activity as well, Lavros, don't we?
Yes, balance. Anything else on the conference? Again, if you have any questions at any time, don't hesitate to call me or Anthi. So we're moving on to the final part, is the goals for 25-26. We traditionally, anyway, it's only 2 years, but we are traditionally discussing those goals in Leros during the meeting, the conference. But of course, not everybody is there. So I would like to open up this discussion now that we have more members here, and just give you a few ideas that we have discussed over time with the board of directors. Catherine and Rob are the two other members of the board. The first is to collaborate with BSLM to create a Mediterranean lifestyle medicine certificate. The way we are thinking about it right now and how to manage it, we're still in discussions with BSLM, but the idea is to offer this as an add-on to the BSLM certificate, or have it as a separate one, that anyone that has been certified from any organization, IBLM or the European ELMO or anywhere else, we will have to, of course, have some prerequisites there and limits, but they will have the chance to actually take this certificate. So people that have already been certified from any organization, they can apply and be certified, with a Mediterranean lifestyle medicine certificate. And also, it will be most probably offered at the BLM, certification process as an add-on, and also with other organizations, people that they are in the future certified by other organizations, they will then have the chance to add this as a separate component in their certification portfolios. Again, we are in the process. I'm waiting for BSLM to send us a proposal, and I would like to ask Rob, maybe, I think he knows some people there, maybe he can ask them again to speed up the process a little bit so that we have something concrete, hopefully in the next few weeks, and start the discussions and finalize them in letters of what we're doing, who is doing it, and when we're doing it. Rob, any comments?
Well, as you know, I'm deliberately not participating in discussions because clearly I'm conflicted. So I'm leaving it to the team to see this through, but I'm quite good at sort of nudging people. So I'm happy to nudge away to get a response. We're just back from the Far East, and I'm happy to say that sitting around a table of very eminent people in Hong Kong from mainland China, the Mediterranean diet came up, which allowed me to mention the Mediterranean Lifestyle Medicine Institute. Isn't that wonderful? So you're known all around the world. Well done, Lavros.
Well, it's well done to you. I didn't do anything. I was in Greece at that time. You went there. So, and we will also have one participant this year from Saudi Arabia. Out of 15 that they had expressed interest, one finally came through. It's anyway, this is off the record. I will mention these comments later. Now, Catherine, I will mention a couple more things, and then you have raised your hand already. Okay, please.
Yes, on the certification, and just to share that I have worked with BSLM creating a Mediterranean diet module, a brief module a few years ago, and so I've got an example of a module layout, and so in terms of building the certification and alignment with BSLM, it might be a good idea before the conference for us to meet with a representative from each of the pillars. So reaching out to pillar leads to nominate one person, and we can meet Labros and myself, and at least assemble a team who's ready to write some material. So we've got a model, and I need to update the Mediterranean one, but with the other pillars at least to get the thinking on what sort of information we might need. It works really well to have some content. There are challenge questions. It's an education module, so members that have some experience in education would be of benefit. And then there's short video content, so it isn't all written. There's it's quite visual. So it's an exciting project, and perhaps we can begin with formulating and meeting with that group to get us going, and then at Letos we can have some time assigned to work on it some more. So just a suggestion, Labros.
Yeah, great. This is a great suggestion, and in fact, it will move forward the project. What we need, first of all, here before we start going towards that second phase is to finalize our agreement with BSLM so that we know exactly what is it that we are doing with them. Basically, what we're doing with them is that we are using their vast experience in putting these things together, and also we will share the administrative burden, so we don't have to start everything from the beginning. I think this is the most efficient way to go about. We will, of course, share some of the profit and whatever if there's a profit, but definitely we will share the administrative burden, and this is very important for us because we're not organized this way. Now, after we have this worked out, then we will have the 6 pillar leads to identify people that will help writing these things. Again, the fact that we have already one of those pillars written, maybe it will need some editing, etc., but it's a great start so that we can base everybody's, the other pillars components based on this one. So that will be a great help. And of course, it will create a very homogeneous product at the end of the day. Now, another idea was to actually combine this process, preparing for the certificate, with writing a book, which was an idea from last year on like a workbook of Mediterranean lifestyle medicine. The idea was to create a book that is very practical, so that we don't spend too much time on the theory and on the background, assuming that this is already shown and from our work and work from others, that the Mediterranean lifestyle and their components are healthy ones. Then we use this knowledge to actually produce a workbook that will be helpful for the clinicians. So something that will help them practice lifestyle medicine, but knowing what to suggest to people to do for physical activity, for stress management, etc., following the Mediterranean way of doing it. So with this, we can really have two birds with one stone, and this book can also be used maybe as a reading material for the certification. But all of these are details that we will finalize hopefully by before the conference in Leros. Any comments on this? We will all have the
Just to
chance.
say,
I'm sorry.
oh, sorry, I'm jumping in. I've got the hand. Not being polite this morning. Sorry. Hands up to the book. I think it's a great idea, a great product, a great piece of work to come out of this international collaborative of experts in lifestyle medicine in the Mediterranean context. And we can certainly use a book like this in teaching. A number of us have introduced lifestyle medicine training in universities, and clearly at RMIT the bent is Mediterranean because of all of our influence. We've got many members here, and I think it'd be great for training, but great for clinicians. And we can also think about some clinical tools that might be in this book to support clinicians in applying the Mediterranean lifestyle medicine principles.
Great. Yeah, of course. Thank you, Catherine. Rob?
I just wanted to echo what Catherine is saying, that there are a number of lifestyle medicine textbooks out there and about to come out, but none specifically on the traditional or not lifestyle, Mediterranean lifestyle. So as a how-to, I think that will give it a fairly unique perspective. So I think that there's enough firepower in this group. I'm sure that we'll come up with a very, very worthy handbook or workbook. Just wanted also to point out that the certificate in Mediterranean lifestyle that you're proposing is not just the entry, if you like, level is not just if you've done the BSLM or IBLM qualification. Now Australasia has its qualification. We know others like Poland and Croatia, even Turkey. There are a lot of countries that now have qualification programs which have been approved by the World Lifestyle Medicine Organization and the European Lifestyle Medicine Council. So I think that as numbers grow in those areas, then more might be interested in then having that add-on. So I think that it will be a very, very useful output of the Institute. And again, well done, Catherine and Labros, for taking this on. So, again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Rob. Yeah, we need to try to make it attractive. So we will also be offering baklava if they take the course. So it will be free baklava for a year after they pass the course. Faye?
Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to say, last night I had a guest for dinner. He owns and runs the Greek City Times, and he's asked me to ask permission to cover the symposium in Leros and write an article. So I'll ask permission officially if you'd like. I'll email you. And and now that you're talking about the book, it's also another platform where we can promote something like that. Just putting it out there.
Great.
To get exposure.
Of course. Great. Thank you. Thank you, Faye. We can talk about it, when you're ready. Any other comments on this? Okay, so again, the goal here is we need to find out the logistics with BSLM, etc., but also to decide how we're going to, for example, write the book. One idea is to have an editor. Perhaps we can find some funds also to help with some work that takes time. We need someone that has the time and to do it in a timely manner as soon as possible. And then maybe this editor will put together the 6 or 7, whatever chapters of this book, and then we'll go for there. But again, this is something that we can decide when we start having the meetings for the book and for the certification process. Gregory?
Thank you, Robert. Yeah, just to follow up one of the comments, I think it's from, where is it? Emily's, yeah, about the book. She suggests to include something around implementation, which I really agree, given the kind of focus on implementation science, implementation in terms of the how to introduce change and how to embed change into practice. I think there is a growing sort of understanding around the benefits of lifestyle medicine, but I think the problem, the challenge is how to implement interventions. So bringing these two together could be something quite strong in relation to shaping practice. And if you can demonstrate evidence on to how to implement lifestyle medicine interventions, that can be something which I think would be very valuable for communities, for researchers, and so on. So yes, and I would be happy to discuss this, given this part of my research. If you have any ideas how we can do that, I'm happy to support you.
Thank you, Gregory. Yeah, the idea is of course to make something that is not just reiterating the theory, but something to give clinicians help there. Okay, I can do that, but how do I do that? We all need, when we think about lifestyle medicine, the theory is good. It's a good concept, but when you come to specifics, you have to follow a specific lifestyle medicine paradigm. In Europe, maybe we're going to use this one, but maybe in north of Europe, they're going to use the Scandinavian style. In the East, maybe the Chinese or something. But you need to decide on what is it in order to be able to implement and give your patients specific help.
Tailor, yeah, you have to tailor, probably tailor your approach and ability, yeah.
The main
No, I think that
thing.
makes sense. Absolutely, yeah.
Emily, thank you, Gregory.
Yeah, I mean, just to follow up on Gregory's comment, I think, I'm just thinking I have expertise in patient engaged research, but in this case, obviously, if the audience is clinicians, considering that sometimes just having frontline clinicians is part of the process to kind of help with that implementation piece. So I just put that out there, and I offer my expertise in how we engage community members and other members to be, contributing to the science that we're putting out there.
Great, thanks.
I think there are two aspects. One is the knowledge mobilization in terms of engagement, which is very big in England at the moment with the National Institute for Health Research. And the other one is the implementation, which is the change in practice. So I think there can be innovative here in terms of, how do we engage with both knowledge mobilization sort of arguments and debates, and how do we bring implementation science as a kind of a conceptual vehicle to achieve change in identifying the hows. So yeah.
Yeah, this is a discussion that we will have to begin as soon as we have the details from how we're going to do the certificate and how we can put those two together so that we again make this process efficient and also successful, for both projects. We have 3 more minutes. And the last, before I ask you if you have anything else to discuss, is new research goals after we complete the SLRs. This is something that we need to start thinking from now, because our SLRs, hopefully by the end of this year, will all be published or at least in the process. We need another project for the following year. It might be only educational, because the certificate and the book, etc., these are major projects. But we also might have something in the research area, especially if the Marie Curie will not be ready for next year, even if we take it. But any ideas, please bring them to Leros if you come, or just call me or Rob or Catherine to discuss. Any other business before we resume for the day, for the night? No, I see Golnor there is very happy that we are finally over. We're finishing, so she can go and get some rest. Thank you all for participating. We will be in touch through our groups. For those of us that are members in groups, and also I would like again to ask you to participate in these groups if you haven't already. And with the rest of you, we will meet also in Leros in a couple of months. So thank you again. Have a good day, night, and hope to see you again soon.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Lavros. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, Lambros. Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye. Catherine and Rob, do you want to stay for a few minutes?